know what happened, but okay.
Alright, I'll start the video back up. And actually, I can turn my fucking Xbox off now, because that all
All right.
stopped. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now there won't be Xbox notifications randomly in the background of the video.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Let's start recording
Ellie
again.
would Ellie wouldn't have killed them uh if they just hold him captive, maybe. But killed them, I don't think so.
Still, I feel like Owen would have died, no matter what.
Maybe. Anyways, see that I point is I think Abby having some sort of remorse from Joel's death, even if she were right in killing him, even if she felt right in killing him, she had never intended for Ellie to be there. She was not part of the whole um she was not part of the whole like in her revenge scheme. She was gonna kill him and make him suffer for what he did. She never intended Ellie to see it, and I think that's what should have given her PTSD. And I think that would have made her character a lot better if that's what drove her to like um or to save and all that. But okay, there's something popping up on my hopper. I'm gonna try to close it, and if I cut out again, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you weren't talking. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm still punching you. You're fine.
am I still here?
Yep. Yeah, you're still here.
Hey, that worked. Okay. Um, Ellie's character, she had the downfall the story wanted her to have, which is fine, but that doesn't necessarily mean we liked seeing it happen. So make that what you will. Another bad thing about the game, the risks they took didn't really pay off. Like again, I told you about the whole story structure and how it's a complex form of storytelling, which is very impressive if it pulls off, and I give them props for trying it. But I don't think they pulled it off. I think they divided a fan base more than I think they divided fan base more than they meant to.
Probably.
Another thing,
We've
there were
been here.
you mentioned this, but they're I don't even know if this is us.
It might not be. I don't know.
Let me
But
check.
there's torches.
Uh, no, yeah, this was you. Just like 25 minutes ago.
Oh, you used core inspect.
Yeah,
Wow, Red knows how to use that.
I've always known how to use it. It's just whether or not I choose to that makes a difference.
Yes, you,
If you
yes,
cut
yes.
out the video, Matt's gonna kill me.
No, remember, you're human resources. Human resources. You're
I mean, yeah, that's what I am. I'm just HR. I need my own like role in this server, and it's just HR.
Yeah, if I ever build a staff HQ, I'll give you an HR office.
Oh, if you're gonna do that, I might want to help.
We'll see, but I'm pushing that back to the new year.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't.
There's going to be a lot going on for the month of December.
Oh yeah, I know. But
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
When am I going to release this? Well, one thing I can talk about that if it doesn't become a part of the big secret thing that we're planning is I am planning a holiday special that would go up on Christmas, and I'm going to bring this will be at the meeting for the super secret thing that we're planning, and yeah, basically, I'm gonna have you guys sponsor cars and beams, so you're gonna get to like paint them and make them wacky and everything, and they'll compete in like some of the wackiest challenges I can think of, and see whose car wins.
That sounds fun. You should just give us like a. What the hell are you doing?
The killing things.
It sounds like they're trying to kill you.
Nah, there's just a lot of stuff. You know, the Nebula specialty difficulty. You know what I mean?
It's what for God of War when you're choosing your difficulty. There's like I think there's like 4 modes. The easiest mode is story mode. I think the middle version is adventure mode. The third mode, adventure mode is a normal mode. The third mode is challenge. It's called challenge. And the fourth mode, the hardest mode, is called God of War mode. Nebula's God of War mode.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the mobs in this server. Can 100% agree. Yeah, just let you know if you
There's
ever
nothing
consider
here.
joining Project Nebula, just know that you are signing yourself up for a very difficult time of mining.
Find us on Reddit. One of us will
Uh,
take care of you from there. Okay.
yeah.
They're focusing on the wrong stuff as well. We kind of already went over that, but like, you know,
Wait, what were we talking about?
Huh?
What were we talking about? Or we got
The
so
last of Us 2.
sidetracked. Yeah, but like, what part were we talking about? Because
We're still on the negatives.
okay.
This is still page 2. We're focusing on the wrong stuff.
You telling me we've recorded for an hour and we're only on page 2 still?
Yeah, because we keep going to these deep conversations. Anyways, focusing on the wrong stuff. So, at times we already said that it felt more like a looting simulator than it did The Last of Us, and other times it felt like completely different games. And I think that's my main problem with as well written as the Abby storyline is. One of my main problems with it is that it feels so disconnected from the rest of it. Like that's why I kind of wanted to have that killing Joel's PTSD. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that was a manly burp. Okay.
You bottom.
Killing that would have connected the two storylines. It would have made a single thread running through them. Because it's fine having different storylines in the same like. Jeff and Nicole. Oh, there's a ton right here.
Oh, no. Take the coal blocks. I have 2 stacks of coal blocks on me. Just take the coal blocks.
Well, look, there's more right here. I'm just trying to make torches. Unless you want to be the torch bitch, and in which you just light the torches behind me.
I can do that. I'd like to get rid of these blocks.
Okay, so I think if it's okay having different storylines and makes it complex, but have a single narrative thread that runs through it. I think having Ellie with actually I do need torches because if I start running off a separate direction, I think. Oh no, here they are. You need to. It just felt like 2 different games. Once the Abby storyline kicked off, and then she went with Lev. Like it was great, and part of the reason why this game kind of ticks me off is because Abby's storyline was miles better than what they gave Ellie.
Yeah.
But it just felt like a different game.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Abby is badass. Like she is.
There's no denying it though. Like
she is a great fighter. Like I don't know. She really could have had her own game.
I'll even go as far as to say Abby probably deserved her own game versus playing a part in this one and being disliked heavily.
That's why I think she'll get a DLC. That's why.
It's almost as if they wrote Abby's story and then they decided like halfway through, you know what? We need some more. We need to add in connect it to the first game. Let's put Joel and Ellie in this too. And that's why Ellie's part feels so like lame. I don't know if lame's the right word, but it's just in comparison to Abby's, it just felt really weak.
So the next game you're saying it's going to be about Ellie and or not Ellie. It's going to be about Abby and Lev.
It very well could be, and then they just find like Ellie like dying in a cave, and they're all like, "You saved me once, I'll save you now, but after this, never let me see your damn face again." I don't know. That'd be really terrible. I'd hate that, but you know, they could do anything with how they ended it. They could go to the moon for all I care.
Can I say the one thing though about Ellie's character like progression in the game?
Ow.
Look at how skinny she gets between the fight with the kind of final fight with Abby and Lev, and then when you go to where like Dina had the kid and everything, like a year later, how skinny she got.
Yeah, I think. Are you saying that's a criticism, or just saying it's like an observation?
But like just to see like how everything
How it affected her,
yeah, like how it affected her and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's great, and it's sad, really, you know, because all that and she gets nothing at the end of it.
Yeah,
you know, there was literally it's the same reason. I go back to the John Marston thing about him going back to Micah, like. Those endings are so different to me, even though practically the same thing happened, not to me, right? But in the game, like John went back, got what he wanted, and was able to live another 4 happy years of his life. But it came back and bit him in the end. Abby goes back to get revenge, doesn't get revenge, and goes back and loses everything anyways. You can make the argument that the way The Last of Us Part 2 ended is more realistic, but it doesn't make for a satisfying ending.
No, it didn't make the ending satisfying at all.
Which is why
honestly, I wish they would have given that closure of is Dina still in Jackson?
Maybe.
I wish
I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention. I didn't like what he did to Tommy around the end. Like,
yeah, where he was kind of a dick.
Kind of a dick, kinda, but reasonably so. Like I sympathize with Tommy because not only did Abby kill his brother, but she totally screwed him up. Like the man doesn't walk right. I'm pretty sure he can't see out of that eye anymore.
Oh yeah, no, he's half blind.
He has every reason why to be pissed at Abby.
Yeah.
But I didn't like how they made Maria break up with him. I'm like, can't this man get a break? Like, he's the last like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Tommy did kind of get fucked in the end.
I'm telling you, like the way they handled these characters was disrespectful. Like, they're like, well, yeah, why don't you just freaking like drop a bucket of lava on him too, just so we really get him sit and I'm on fire.
Yeah, you're good.
But see, that's like a representation of like you were Naughty Dog and that was the fans. You see us suffering and you're just letting it happen.
I don't know how we came back here, but okay.
Oh, well, let's go up there, see what happens. There's a creeper.
Come on, you could have let him live. He wasn't hurting anyone.
Oh, I could have said the same thing about Joel, but did they care? No.
You cold-blooded killer.
Me?
Yeah, you don't get a right storyline. You don't get a satisfying ending, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose everything I love and not even get revenge out of it. Look, the other stuff, the pacing of the story was slow at times. Again, with the looting crap, like it was like, let's get to the good stuff. Damn it. What else did I write? And it lacked a fulfilling ending, which was the last thing I wrote for cons, and we kind of already talked about anyways. But I think there's a way this series could have just been a 2-parter, and it would have been satisfying. Which I think it's the next. Oh God, face help.
My inventory's full.
That I don't care.
Wow.
There might be a zombie spawner here. Just a ton of these assholes. I'm on fire again. Why? Why would you do This is like, I just see you run through the door. I'm here to help. Swings the creeper right in my face. Do not fret, child. I have come to save you. Swings a creeper at me.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Just like
It's a
before,
learning
I was holding the water
experience.
bucket watching you burn. Oh yeah, that is a lot of zombies.
All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, there might be a spawn around here. Okay, so the next page I have written here is what I understand, and I think we sprinkled this throughout the whole talk, anyways. But I understand this story is a tragedy and that actions have consequences. This is something I brought up to you on our own when we weren't recording, but the first game needed to have a prequel or a sequel because as noble as what Joel did to
Alright,
save
fuck it, I don't feel
Ellie,
like looking for this thing.
I think there's a cave that might lead into it.
Ah.
Anyways, as noble as what Joel did, as noble as it was of Joel to go after Abby and do all that, and as beautiful of a moment in gaming as it was, actions have consequences, and you know, I don't necessarily agree with this statement, but it kind of makes sense. Like Joel's luck ran out. You know, he was. It's similar to the John thing. You know, John after going after Micah still lived like 4 years of happy because I think he went after Micah in 1907 and Red Dead 1 takes place in 1911. And Joel, I think he lived I like 3 good years in Jackson with Ellie, and then she got mad at him for like a year and a half. And that scene at the end, that really broke my heart. And it also kind of ticked me off. The scene with can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The scene where Joel's playing the guitar on the porch and Ellie comes out to talk to him. And Ellie says, I don't think I can forgive you, but I can try. Like, you know, it's symbolic in that she couldn't forgive Joel, but she forgives Abby somewhat. And it ticked me off, but it goes back to that story structure. Had you given me that scene before the final fight in the water, but don't actually fight, I think the game would have been great.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I think
if that
the
ending
game would have
was
been great.
if that ending was a bit better, then the game would have been great. But
Like it's just the way you piece those scenes together. You need to piece that entire because I think they showed a frame of Joel. Like Abby wants to fight Ellie. Ellie wants to fight Abby because Abby killed Joel, and Ellie is reminded that by looking at his face. I think that's the scene where Abby is putting Lev on the what level are we at?
how do we get out of here? Because my inventory is basically full.
Do you want to just get out? How many diamonds do you have?
29.
That's fine. Let's just dig straight up, I guess. I think I have a general idea of the direction we left, but
What page are we on, by the way?
this is page 3. I think the next part could go by pretty quick.
Okay.
But you know it. I just wish Ellie forgiving Abby could have been a lot more symbolic by not fighting her. Ah, my frame rate's really dropped. We might run into a cave here.
We'll explore it.
But yeah, but like there's some consequences in here that just felt forced. You know, like I don't know how to explain it. ND wanted you to feel. Oh, Naughty Dog wanted you to feel what Ellie felt. So that's why we saw. I understand that part. You know, like yeah, we're supposed to be in Ellie's shoes, watching Abby kill Joel, and we're supposed to learn to forgive Abby, just like Ellie's supposed to learn the same thing. The problem with me trying to forgive Abby is just the way he was killed was way too brutal. And like you mentioned, we didn't know much about Abby before she killed Joel, so it makes it a lot more difficult to want to play the game at all. You know, it's just really hard to resonate with Abby. Okay, we're on page 4 now, and this is how I would have had the story go out. And you can tell me if you like this, if you don't like this. This is yeah, I had a feeling we'd be here in this biome.
Where are we?
I think we're nearby home. My home, anyways.
Oh, I could just
Follow.
finally use the Dynamap that I finally figured out how to use.
Here, just follow me. It's in this direction. I'm not wearing my wings. How don't you got that on camera?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not wearing mine either. Let me put those on before I accidentally jump into a bastion and die, you know?
Oh, yeah. Alright, turkey, fly.
Yeah, I'm a flying turkey.
But you don't see that every day.
No, you don't see emus fly either, but you're never gonna see that.
Have you ever made an emu skin?
No.
But you made every other bird. What the? Oh, look, I found a... What is this?
This is an automated sheep farm?
Whose is this? I'm lagging, hold on.
Hold on, there's a beacon up on the hill. What the hell? Oh,
I
yeah,
might get kicked for flying right now.
Hold on. There's a... Whoa, they got horses and everything? Wow, whose base is this? This is actually kind of nice.
Oh.
I don't want to core inspect yet. I don't want to be cheaty.
Alright, I won't tell you then.
Okay, you can tell me. Whose is it?
Hell? Hold on.
Is
I'm
this
not getting
like an
any...
old base?
This might be an old base. I'm not getting any,
Now, why the hell did we build you a ranch? Let's just come and take this over.
No, wait. This might belong to someone, but these chests haven't been opening. Oh, there's probably droppers underneath, and that's why these chests haven't been opening.
Oh, hold on. There's a bridge.
Yeah, there's droppers. I can't look at those. There's a fence over here.
Oh, hold on.
Cheesy's been here. I actually don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
Does Cheesy live? Oh, I found the bed. I found the bedroom. Soul Speed
Really?
3. Yeah, this is a... Oh, Whisker Sully.
Where are you?
And... VGVGCFC.
Oh, so this does belong to someone.
Yeah, it does belong to someone. It's... Oh, hey, there's another portal, even.
Are these my neighbors?
You might have neighbors.
Well, let me see where I am.
Here, Red, I see where you are. I can show you how to get to the portal.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I got through. It was a really cheap way I got. Why do you have 12 health only?
Oh, because I probably fell. Oh, I was trying to eat. I just wasted all my rockets.
I was confused as to what you were doing there.
Oh yeah, we're right next to your portal.
Hold on. I'm still loading in. Where's my portal?
Yeah, you have neighbors.
Well, let's just look at that. Where's my portal?
Right over here.
Alright, let's go.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, you left. You left me.
There you go. There you go. You see your portal. You see it. There you go.
Yeah. Wow. That's
That was convenient.
Yeah. How about that? We kind of sucked all the resources out of their cave, though.
First come, first serve.
Alright, I won't argue against that. Go sleep in the bed, because my game is being slow, and I might die.
I'll go sleep. Yeah, we don't need you to die and lose all of your stuff again for Pimp My Ranch.
Yeah, that sucked.
Which, by the way, I think we can announce it. Season 2
What?
has been confirmed.
Yay!
the amount of excitement. You're like, yay! Another 14 episodes of me getting made fun of. Yay!
Dude, that's just my life on Discord now. I log on and people are like, "Oh, look, it's the simp."
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys want to make a cover together? Simp.
Hey, I actually tripped over a rock today. Simp. I'm probably looking at a girl.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I met this new person and simp, but it's a guy.
it's a dude.
Simp.
God, why? Hold on. What's my Why can't I go through this portal?
Well, as you figure that out, you can talk about
Right.
your final points.
So how I got timed out. I finally spawn into my home and I get logged out. Okay, so I would have started the game with the scene where they're in the museum, Ellie and Joel. Because think about how much would you love that? You start up the game again and you get this wholesome moment between Ellie and Joel.
I don't know if you know this, but there's an achievement for putting the hat on top of every dinosaur's head.
I didn't know that, but I saw a video of Ellie putting the hat on Joel's head.
Yeah, that's part of the achievement. But yes, I saw Joseph legitimately put a hat on every single dinosaur's head.
I would have done the same thing. I don't, and we'll get to whether or not I'll ever play this game. I don't know if I would. I genuinely don't know if I would.
You know, I can say the same thing. I think it's a one-time playthrough for me. With like, how the storyline is and everything, I don't think I could play through the game again.
I don't. I'll definitely play the first one again sometime in the future. I don't know about this one.
Alright, I'll start to
Hold on. Oh. Oh wait, there it is. I was like, where's my netherite chest plate? Hello?
Yeah, I'm just sorting stuff.
Okay. Now my game froze, so I'm like, damn it, did everything die? Okay. So I would have started the game with the first, sequence where the entire thing, they're in the museum from the moment, like he's teaching her how to swim, and he goes into the museum with her and does that whole astronaut thing, and then I think Ellie has to fight a few clickers. I don't remember. And then they get to the she eventually sees a firefly symbol, and I think they move on, but the camera focuses on the firefly symbol, and then you start the opening credits like you would in the first The Last of Us. You know how that went down
Mm-hmm.
with the main theme playing. That's how you do it here. And then by the time the credits end, it's like a few years in the future, and then Ellie and Joel are distant, just a bit distant, not as much as they were uh in the actual game, but just a little bit more, or just a little bit less. But it's because Ellie gets like conflicting accounts of what happened by other people. Tommy tells her one thing, Joel tells her another, and she doesn't know what's true. And so, Ellie wants to find out more about what happened at the hospital with the fireflies. And she wants to look for any more fireflies, and she wants to look for the other not survivors, the other immune people. But Joel won't hear anything about it, and it causes this argument between them because Joel doesn't. Obviously, Joel's lying to her. He doesn't want to tell her anything. But Ellie wants to go find the other people like her, and so she wants to go to the hospital. She wants to find other fireflies, and there's like a freak storm or some random. Why are you making creeper noises? There's a something happens at Jackson that causes Ellie and Joel to get separated, and Ellie's lost in the wilderness, and she gets rescued by Abby's group. Ellie doesn't tell them who. Oh crap! Everything lagged out. Could you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Ellie doesn't tell them her real name or anything like that. She just tells her she's a survivor who got lost. And then they ask her where she's heading, and she goes, Saint, and then they all kind of like look at each other, and they're just okay, well we'll head that way too, because they're on the look. They're looking for Joel. But they don't even know who Joel is. Um, and then you switch between Ellie and Abby. You get Abby's backstory as you play along, and then Ellie. Whoa, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and so you learn about Abby, you get her backstory, you get to know more about Ellie. I don't know if you'd want to do that Dina relationship with Abby. I don't I don't care. I don't think it's necessary, but if you wanted to really like increase that relationship, you could. Um, in the meanwhile, Joel is going after Ellie. Joel is trying to find her, and maybe he brings along Jesse and Dina or Tommy, and they're just going after uh Ellie because he knows that she's gone and he doesn't want to accept that she died, and so he's going after her. So Joel is going after this group, although he doesn't know they're looking for him. Um, and then eventually they reach the hospital, and maybe there's some recordings of Joel killing the doctor, and that's when Abby says, "Yeah, that doctor was my father," or you get the cutscene with the where that all happens, and you get Marlene talking to or Jerry and all that, and Nellie like realizes that Joel had killed Abby's father, and then you can have like a scene where there's like a horde of infected coming, and they get into an area with the spores, and Abby's mask cracks, and Ellie's mask. Oh yeah, you can make it Abby's mask cracks. So Ellie takes off hers and gives it to Abby, and then Abby doesn't want to accept it, but she does it anyways, and then she realizes that Ellie was the girl that that Joel killed everyone for, and so. Were you trying to ride my horse?
Trying to get him to stop opening the door.
Oh,
In your
great. Now he's
bedroom.
in my room now. Okay.
He can shit on the bed.
Ah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Uh, anyways, Ellie leaves the group behind, and she goes back. She makes her way to Jackson. She tries to make her way to Jackson. Um, but she runs into um. I haven't decided if I wanted her to run straight into Joel or into like Tommy, and they're like, where's Joel? And then she's like, Tommy tells her he went back. He went back to the hospital for you. So now Joel gets caught up with Abby's crowd, and Ellie has to go back to try and save him. Or she can run into Joel and they I think it's better that way. Ellie has to go back to the hospital.
You just don't want
And
Joel to die.
Joel has to die, like straight up. But oh look,
Hey, we got another bird.
is this what you look for? Like, I think you're trying to make a bird uprising. Anyways, the point is, you get to the hospital,
What?
and you realize that some of these the characters you were hanging out with are dead, and you eventually find Joel, and you confront Joel about what he did. But Joel says something. That line he said at the end was really good, where he says, "If the good Lord had given me the chance to try again, I would have done the exact same thing." If he says that to her and Ellie has a change of heart, but then Abby comes into the room, and so then you get one of those like player choices, like Ellie can help Joel escape the hospital, but they have to kill like everyone, including Abby. And at this point, Abby's a likable character because she hasn't killed Joel yet, or she steps out of the way and lets Abby kill Joel. But the ending would be the same if Joel survives and Abby's dead. Ellie says, um, she can't, she can't stay at Jackson with him anymore. And Ellie walks off on her own to her own, you know, to be on her own, and Joel has to go back to Jackson. Or Ellie lets Abby kill Joel. Joel is dead, and Abby asks Ellie to come with her, but Ellie denies and walks away on her own anyways. And maybe
They grow up so fast.
what happened?
No, they're like Ellie walking away on her own.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like still crawl. I thought you said like I thought he died or something, and he's like, how they grow so fast.
Uh, uh wait,
His
did
first
he
death
die?
already.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, no, I was about to say, what did he? Did he already die?
No, I thought he did. Cause never mind. Point is, that's that's how I would have done this. And then you could have like scars thrown in there or some, and like that's one of the things. At first, the scars seemed so pointless to me in the game, and then they finally made sense. Like 75% of the way through.
Yeah, like so much later in the game, it made sense. Like, oh yeah, this is why the scars are here.
Yeah, it exists in this game. Like whatever. Um, but yeah, like I think as slow burner, Ellie slowly piecing together what happens, and then giving the player the choice: do you forgive Joel and the bad stuff he's done, or do you allow Abby to, get her revenge it's and, and like do what's right in her eyes? I don't know. I feel like I if I were to give this script, I would have done something like that. What do you think?
I mean, I still feel like they had to do the whole like Joel had to die. I don't feel like The Last of Us Part Two would have been the same game if it didn't have Joel dying. I
So
think it
you think
needed
he
to
should have
happen.
died regardless?
Yeah, regardless, I still think Joel should have been dead because what I think Naughty Dog wants to do is set them up for a third game. Because I think now they see that they can milk the series, so they're going to try to milk it as much as they can.
Yeah, but
They're
see,
gonna pull a
I'm not
Rockstar.
thinking about this in the manner
But
to
in
milk to get a third version.
but just in like the sense of it, the story could have like keeping the same story. I feel like if Naughty Dog would have pieced it together better, like if they would have put some parts before and some parts after, things like that, then it would have
well,
been it would
well,
have been
look,
a lot
cause
better.
I also wrote two other versions. Well, the second one is you have the same story, everything happens, but you have that flashback with Joel. Because I think there's just a frame of him playing the guitar before he lets Abby go. Ellie lets Abby go. But if you have the whole sequence where they where they have that conversation where she tries to forgive Ellie, you know, you get the flashback of Joel's bloodied face, then you get the conversation, and then Ellie pulls out her knife, and instead of going to like stab Abby, she cuts the rope so they could get away, and just goes home, and Dina's still there. Like if you could have just done that, you don't need that second fight, um, or any of that.
No, that second fight was completely pointless. It wasn't
Ah,
needed. It was petty of Ellie to do that because Abby and Mel were basically already in shit condition because they were malnourished, they were mistreated, they
yeah,
were slaves basically. There is
yeah.
there's just one thing that I want to point out because I'm guessing we've covered everything at this point, right?
And well, there's one more ending, but I've already mentioned it's just the same thing, exact thing, but Abby has PTSD. Like that's it.
Okay.
After that,
Well,
yeah, I'm done. We've gone through my notes.
I do want to go back to my theory about the DLC.
Okay.
So if you see at the beginning of the game, the title
Mhm.
screen is the boat in the fog.
Yes.
At the end of the game, your title screen changes
Yeah, it's
to the boat beached. I
yes.
feel like, and I said this at the end of the videos that I did with Joseph, that I feel like that's showing that Abby and Mel survived, and that might
Left.
be Lev, they survived, and there's going to be a DLC about them. I feel like that's a hint to
Maybe
what
I,
Naughty
I,
Dog.
I would argue probably a third game over DLC.
I
It might be a
think
DLC. But
If it's going to be The
I
Last
don't
of
think
Us, there's going to be a DLC, and then there's going to be a third game
I
before
I don't
DLC.
think you could do Abby's story like you can't add any more weight in just a DLC. A DLC has to be like reserved for like what they did with Ellie, just like looking at the past. Cause that was part of it, right? She had the it told her how she got bit.
Yeah, I guess, but I feel like there's going to
Not to shoot
be
down your thing. There's gonna be another game. I'll agree with you there. Whether it's a DLC or if it's like an actual like full
no.
game, there's gonna be something else.
I think there's going to be a DLC, and then they're going to do a Last of Us Part 3. I think that's what they're
Yeah.
going to do.
Yeah.
Because Naughty Dog knows they can kind of put out anything, and people are going to be suckers and buy it. So I feel like Naughty Dog.
I actually don't agree. I think Naughty Dog made a mistake here. And,
Still, I feel like people will play the DLC.
I don't think people are gonna buy it. I think it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get a lot less. Make a lot less money than the second game did.
Well,
because people went out in droves to buy the second game because they loved the first one. But if only 50% of the people actually liked the second game, only those 50% are gonna buy it. The rest of us are just gonna watch it on on someone else's YouTube channel.
yeah, backseat game and watch it on their YouTube channel. Yeah.
How did you do it with Joseph? Did
I
you
watched
go over
his
to his
stream.
house?
I know. Well, basically, when we were filming The Last of Us, because we started filming The Last of Us Part 2 like literally in June, and that was the peak of the pandemic. And our original plan for the game was that I would pick it up and we'd play it at my house, and then I'd record it and put it up on my YouTube channel. But with the pandemic and everything, Joseph was in a better position to upload it to his channel. What we were originally going to do is that we were going to do the versus thing that I told you about, where me and him are going to have a point system and everything. And
yeah, I remember that.
But we couldn't get the PS Play to work, to where I could play, like, he could switch the controller to me and everything. We couldn't get that to work with our internet connection. So what we ended up doing is I basically just watched his live stream while I was in a PlayStation party.
And there was like no delay?
Oh no, yeah, there is stream delay. There were times where I cut off cutscenes because I didn't know they were happening.
Because I was like, they're. It's just I feel like there would have been like a delay, like a 10-second delay.
Yeah,
and like Joel's death would have been Joseph could have been like, "What the hell?" And you're like, "What? What's happening?"
No, Joel's death I didn't cut off. I did not cut off that death. That was one of the cutscenes that Joseph told me preemptively to be quiet for.
He knew about it?
No, he didn't know about it, but he's like, "Oh yeah, no, be quiet. There's a cutscene." Because I think it was like right when they were walking into the room, he told me to shut up, or something
And you're
like
like,
that.
You're like, "What? What's happening?"
No, I just went quiet and kept watching, and then I heard Joseph get sad, and then I got sad.
I got mad. I think I paused the video. I sent you that message.
We were more shocked than anything. We didn't really get mad because I think both me and him expected it.
Huh?
Me and him both expected Joel to die. Like before we sat down and recorded the game, me and him both agreed Joel's not gonna live through the game. He's gonna die at some point. We didn't expect it that early. That's why we were shocked, but we fully expected to see Joel die. We were prepared for it. I feel like you were a bit taken back by it.
It's just I knew it was gonna happen, and I knew it was gonna happen early too. But I think just still the sheer impact of it actually happening. What I didn't know is that Joel actually saved Abby before she kills him.
Yeah.
She shoots off his freaking kneecap. That's when I got mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfuckers! He just saved your ass, and
I don't even think it was like Abby's plan to run into him. I think she was running away.
No, she was being chased by the horde.
Yeah, but she was also trying to get away from her group. That's why she, like, you know.
No. She said to Owen, like, if you're not gonna help me, I'm just gonna do it myself. You know, put your coal in here, so I could just smelt that.
Oh, here. But
Oh crap.
yeah, I split everything up already.
Well, I guess we could just do that then. Do that. Uh, what? What's that for?
I don't know, making a
Okay.
stack of coal blocks, I guess.
How have I not gotten that achievement yet?
Because the achievements reset.
Oh, I keep forgetting that. I got everything that was mine, right?
Yeah, except for the diamonds and everything.
I'll take that right now. Oh, here's a lot of lapis I also picked up. Split that how you will. Well, I'll just split like this. And I'll take that, and that, and that. And those three in the center are yours.
Alright, yeah, that works.
And there's redstone. I don't know if you want it.
Yeah, you can
You
keep
got
it.
all of it. We're both like, I don't
okay,
want it.
I'll hold on to it. I'll make some redstone lanterns.
Yeah, you do that, Bill.
Alright, well, I guess,
That was very productive.
yeah, there you
How
go.
long? How long
everybody.
have you been recording now?
The first video was an hour long, and then I cut it off when we had that
Jesus.
issue, and this is at
Uh-huh.
42 minutes. So
Okay, this is gonna be two-minute video.
it's gonna be 2 parts.
Or 2-part video.
Or 3 parts. It's probably gonna be a
2-minute
3-parter.
video, definitely.
It's probably gonna be split into 3 parts.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Red, for taking notes.
You sound mad that I took notes. I'm sorry.
No, because it was very unexpected. Like, you know, when
I just had a lot to say, and I think that goes for a lot of people.
yeah, you really took this video seriously.
It's more than I took it seriously. I was just like, they're just things that need to be said.
Yeah, but it was a great story, and yeah, no, that was a fun video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Thank you, Red, for helping me out with another video. And
Of course.
I don't know when you'll be in a video next,
Said
but
the
yeah.
horse.
But Pimp My Ranch coming back soon. And
Yeah.
more huge announcements coming in the month
He's
of
running out of
December.
things to say.
Yeah. So roll the flutes. Yeah, just roll the flutes. Just roll them.